Hi, this is Mike, and today is February 16th, and today we have a short video that's kind of interesting about a New York notary license that was revoked for failure to tell the truth on renewal application. And we have a lot of notaries renewing every month and sending us in supply orders. So it's a good time to remind people when you renew, if there's anything that happened in the last 4 years, you want to let them know. So this is an actual hearing, Office of Administrative Hearings, in the matter of the complaint of the Department of State Division of Licensing Services. That's the complainant against Lena Weatherwax, who was the respondent. And this was on January 6, 2000, the hearing. And it's about something she did 3 years before she renewed within that 4 year period that she didn't report. They had this hearing, this is kind of interesting, at 123 William Street, New York, New York. For those of you that are from the five boroughs of New York City or maybe Westchester County, you might have gone into Manhattan for your exam. That's where the exam is, 123 William Street. Maybe you'll have a fond memory there. If you took our notary class there, you might have finished your 1 hour exam in 15 or 20 minutes, as our students report in our testimonials. So yeah, on August 25th, 1997, so that was 3 years prior to this hearing, the respondent was convicted on her guilty plea to a charge of criminal possession of a forged document. Anyway, the conviction was the result of her having photocopied and altered a doctor's prescription for a drug containing codeine. That's a feel-good drug, codeine, and then having presented that forged document to a pharmacy. Wow. Okay, so they had a state exhibit. We don't have that, so I just made up my own exhibits here. I don't have the actual exhibits. So that's a prescription. Doctors write them. Usually now they send them over electronically. I don't know if they still handwrite them. But yeah, she wanted a drug like a cough syrup with codeine, and she got caught. Problem is that on her March 10th, 1999 application for renewal of her commission, the first application submitted after her conviction, because they're every 4 years, the respondent answered no to the question number one. Since your last application, have you been convicted of a crime or offense? Not a minor violation. So that's subject to interpretation. And she said no. But I mean, if she had a forged document, it didn't say here, but that could have been a felony. It said something in the third degree, so I think that's a felony. Okay, so the respondent was convicted of criminal possession of a forged instrument, a crime directly reflecting on her trustworthiness to act as a notary public, the primary function of which is the authentication of documents. She has compounded that by lying about the conviction on her renewal application. Probably her application might have been denied anyway, but now it's definitely going to be denied and revoked. Actually, she was approved and then this is revoked because she lied. So those acts of misconduct clearly establish that she cannot be trusted to fulfill her duties as a notary public honestly and warrant, pursuant to Executive Law 130, the revocation of her commission. And also she got professional misconduct, which is a Class A misdemeanor, to add on to her other records. I don't wish that on anybody because that'll ruin your life. You can never work. Okay, so how to renew apart from all that, because for those of you that are renewing now, and especially you that have been a notary for a long time, and this is your first time renewing since the newer renewal procedures online now, okay? And I did do newsletters about that, but if you missed it, let's cover it again for those of you that have to renew. You are eligible to renew your license 90 days prior to your license expiration date. So you can renew up until 3 months before it expires, not before. Your license expiration date is printed on your license. Hopefully you know your expiration date. Every time you stamp something, it should be on there. So a renewal reminder is also mailed approximately 90 days prior to the license expiration date. Now, if you moved in the last 4 years, you're not going to get it in the mail unless your mail's still forwarding, and some people still don't get them. So, you have to know to do this even if you don't get it in the mail. You must renew within 6 months of the expiration date. So, now they say you must renew within 6 months of the expiration date. that's kind of confusing because you can't renew 6 months before. It already said you can only renew 90 days prior. That would be 3 months before. So what this really should say, to be more clear, is you cannot renew past 6 months after the expiration date. Because if you let your license expire and then wait more than 6 months to renew, they'll reject it and you'll have to requalify. You'll have to take the exam again, and you don't want to do that. So you cannot renew more than 6 months past the expiration date without requalifying. I don't know why they don't say it that way. So you may renew your commission online. So actually you must renew your commission online by applying for reappointment through our online licensing system. This is the state's language here. So ours means the states, and we'll tell you how to get onto their website. To renew your commission, follow up the below instructions. Access the online state system at businessexpress.ny.gov. Then click on Search Applications and search for Notary. Sign in or create an ny.gov account. For those of you that don't have to renew, I would go there and go make an ny.gov account now so that you have it, and make notes so that when it's time to renew, you know how. So make an ny.gov account at businessexpress.ny.gov. So you sign in and you find your notary record. Go to My Dashboard to start your renewal. You'll be able to log into your account and view the status of your application. I don't get a lot of calls from this, so it seems to be working pretty well for people. They don't have a lot of problems. I've had a few people were confused. And above all else, whatever they ask you, especially question number one, tell the truth if you had any convictions in the prior years. Okay, so that's it for this video. So of course, for those of you that are watching this and trying to self-study, become a notary public, or those of you who need notary supplies or licensing courses, or need to know about the exam procedures to send your coworkers, go to www.howtobecomenotaryinny.com. You can always call me, Mike, at 347-427-9091, extension 1. And there you'll find free practice exams if you're studying on your own and you want to see what one looks like. It's right here on our menu, Sample NY Practice Exam. You can see New York exam schedules and procedures. Down here, New York exam schedules. You can see the New York Basic Online Notary Licensing class. That's this one, Notary NY Online class. That's the prerequisite, the basic one you have to get first if you want to go on to get the Remote Online Notary, RON, Remote Online Notary. That's to notarize for anybody anywhere in the United States, and if it's US related, you can notarize for people from other countries too. Whereas with the basic notary online class, you can only notarize face-to-face somewhere within the physical boundaries of New York State. And you can get $25 a signature when you get the online notary license. You can make more money with that, but there's also software you have to lease, and we'll talk about that on our website over here at the Remote Online Notary course. So for those of you that are already licensed and you want to upgrade to RON, go to the website and follow the instructions, Remote Online Notary RON. Notary public supplies, stamps, seals, logbooks, and license wall display. Really cool license wall display on there if you want to put it up at work or at home on your wall. I call that the I Love Me wall. All right, so that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, which you all should be, because in the newsletter it goes over to YouTube, please like, comment, share it, subscribe, and get the notification bell. That'll help support our channel. All right, we'll see you next time.